What's good, creative? Graphic Joe here. So in this short video I want to share with you how I achieved this design with this amazing glass background and this text effect. So just keep watching and I'm gonna show you how I came out with this design. So first we want to create our canvas. The canvas we are using here is 1920 by 1080, and then we want to bring in our image we'll be using. This is our image we're going to be using for this design. We are going to create a solid color adjustment layer. And we are going to add layer max to our image here, because what we want to do is we want to add some gradient to the layer max. This is okay. So now what we're going to do next is we are going to create our texture, this glass texture effect you see here. So we are going to create our texture next. So what we're going to do is we are going to create another canvas, and then I want you to pay attention here. So what we're going to do here is we are going to create another layer, and then we are going to be making use of our gradient tool here. So what we're going to do is we are just going to bring in our gradient a little bit. Okay, this is okay. What we're going to do is we are going to either hit Ctrl T on our keyboard, or we come here to make use of our transform tool. So what we're going to do is just hold down shift and reduce this a little bit. Okay, this is okay. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we are going to duplicate this till it fills this canvas. So what we're going to do here is we are going to, two ways you can do this. Either you hold down Alt and then hit your right arrow on your keyboard to duplicate this, or you duplicate from here by dragging this here. So now you're just going to make use of your right arrow on your keyboard and then adjust it to the level you want to adjust it to. So now what you're going to do next is duplicate this again and keep duplicating them. So you can play with it to adjust it to whatever way you want it to be, but make sure you have something like this. So now what you're going to do next is you're going to save it, because this is our texture we are going to add to the glass or to the mirror. So what we're going to do is we are going to save it, and name it glass texture, or how you want to name it. So now what we're going to do next is come back to our design here, and we are going to duplicate this. No, first let's group this, then duplicate the group and convert this group to smart object. Add this layer. So since this is the layer we are going to be adding our glass effect to, what we are going to do here is we are going to move over to our filter gallery. You see like this because I already make use of the effect. So what you're going to do, if you just opening the filter gallery, you are going to come over to distort glass, and then you are going to come here where you see load texture. You select load texture, and then wherever you save your texture, you are just going to upload it into filter gallery. And then once your texture is uploaded into your filter gallery, what you're going to do next is you're just going to play with your distortion here, smoothness, your scaling here, and then once you're done, you hit OK, and then you have your glass effect. So now here's another thing we are going to do. You are going to come here to this max, this smart filter max here. What you're going to do is select your brush tool by hitting B on your keyboard, and then you are going to play with your flow. You're going to play with your flow, and what I want to do here is I want my subject to show only him and maybe his bike. So but I want this effect to be on the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the size of my brush, and then make sure my foreground color is set to black here, and then just gently brush over his face like so. So you can play with the effect how you want it to be on your subject. So make sure you play with your effect how you want it, how you want your design to look. You can play with the effect, but this is just how you achieve this glass effect.